Hello, my name is Kristelle Getzler. My area or my responsibility within Parlacén is I'm a deputy diputada, and my background is mainly in banking, economics, competitiveness. I've worked 12 years in banking in Panamá, in the United States, in London. And I'm starting this new period, so I'm gonna tomar posesión in August, September, and I would be quite interested in working within these areas, macroeconomics, tourism. I like a lot human rights topics as well. And even though there isn't a specific area in Parlacén regarding competitiveness, I think it's a very interesting area, and it could be combined with macroeconomics and tourism and a little bit of everything, because competitiveness is everything. Regarding Parlacén, and as I mentioned earlier, I am joining Parlacén in a few weeks. I think it's an organization that has a lot of potential regarding el diálogo transnacional. I think it's a key area, joining countries within the region to discuss topics. I think the essence of why Parlacén was created is very valuable, and it depends on its people, sus diputados suplentes, what you can get out of it. I think the potential is enormous, and we could get best practices out of other countries, laws that have been enforced and effective in other countries. So it's a great way to exchange know-how if you really set your mind to it. So I think the potential for Parlacén is enormous. Personally, if you answering the question, how would you define Parlacén in 3 words? I would say regional would be one, because you're combining countries within Central America, the Caribbean. You're getting a regional aspect for something that's I think Parlacén is one of the few things that join us together. So regional would be one word. Exchange would be the other one. That's going in line with what I mentioned previously. They give you the setting to exchange information, exchange best practices. So exchange would be the other word. And the third one would be best practices. The idea is, we know each country has its pros and its cons, its areas of weaknesses and of strengths, and the idea would be to get best practices exchanged between each of them. Regarding my greatest challenges and what would I like to see get out of Parlacén or Parlacén's potential, I think a key aspect is to have government very interested in what Parlacén is and what Parlacén can do for the country. I believe to get that started, a great way of initiating something is to have high-ranked people within Parlacén, Parlatino, the flow of conversation, even personal meetings with government officials, from the executive, because Parlacén, I believe, has a lot of potential. It depends of what type of conversation we start having about what Parlacén can do. I believe the institutions are there, like SICA, Eurolat, Parlacén, and we need to get governments involved and interested in what can come out of Parlacén. Another challenge I'm personally interested in is the topic of competitiveness. As I mentioned previously, competitiveness I say it as a radiografía, a skeleton of the country. It analyzes the country in all of its aspects: education, the political scenario, macroeconomics, it's everything. So I would love to bring in this topic to Parlacen, and I think each country has its areas where it's weak, where it's strong, and that would be a great exchange to have within countries in the region. Well, I know one of the institutions that ranks competitiveness is WEF, World Economic Forum, which is based in Europe, and I think the scenario is there to initiate a flow of conversation regarding this topic. Thank you very much for your attention. I'm starting my new challenge within the next couple of weeks. I hope we could do this interview at the end of the period, and I hope many of the I know many of the topics we talked about would be accomplishments, and I think the first step is wanting to do them. So thank you very much, and hope to see you in 5 years and talk about this.